'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Certainly couldn't have been my house then, because, oh my God, do the mice be a stirring. Every now and then one will get out, which it's their problem, because then they have to deal with my cat. So they never get to see home again, but the mice are stirring about. I can always, I can hear them in the walls just crawling around, and it's very creepy. It's very creepy. Just kind of hear it, but because you expect them to all just 1,000 of them to just come busting out of your wall and into your face to chew on you. It doesn't happen, but it's what I'm worried about. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. I have no experience with plums or prunes, or if it's a fruit and it begins with a P, persimmons. I don't have any frame of reference to what those taste like and if I would enjoy them or not. Maybe, possibly, a sugar plum. That sounds sweet and delicious, that the children of the 19th century would be dreaming of them around the time of Christmas. So, hey, it might be something. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. Apparently in the 1900s, when this was, first published and everything, apparently humans hibernated. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, and I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to the objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. Only 8, so it must have been a nice clear night. Rudolph got to stay at home, and because they didn't need Rudolph, they could still make fun of him, because if there's one thing we've learned from Rudolph, if you don't need someone, you can belittle them. But the second you need them, then you gotta be nice. And then they'll do what you want. See, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer teaches basic and simple dominance manipulation skills. How to gang up on weaker people and exploit them for their weaknesses. That's what we're all about. That's what we do. We're reindeer. Yeah. We're going to bring you the toys because we're the reindeer. But if we can't see, we'll get that old freak with the nose. Hey, where's the freak with the nose? We got to see you out here. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. Please let it be St. Nick. Honestly, please. Or this goes from delightful to frightening amazingly quick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called by their name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder, and Blitzen. Those reindeer parents had very creative names. Not a John or a Stephen in the now Dasher, now Dancer, now Stephen, now Vixen. Because then there's just Rudolph. It's a very, very German name. It's like Rudolph and Gunther and Helga and Adolf. No one wants Adolf the reindeer. Adolf the racist reindeer had a very tiny mustache. That's a fun one. Okay. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the house top the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. it would be really weird to see that. Like, that'd be frightening. If you were expecting it, that's one thing. I saw a turkey fly, and I just made a big old brown because that was just so different. I was convinced my whole life that turkeys just didn't fly. And there I was, a young, naive boy, trying to get to my car, and there were like 4 turkeys just all chilling, hanging out right next to my car, having a good time. So I'm like, guys, hey, man. And I started like getting close to the car. One of the turkeys got scared and then took flight into a tree. And at this point, again, I thought that like they were like, penguins and ostriches. I'm like, these things don't fly, but they do. And it's creepy because it's so big. It shouldn't be able to fly. I don't know. If we can get like 500 Americans in a plane and get that from Georgia to LA, we can do anything, right? I mean, just in the universe, anything can happen, I guess. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. That's gonna mess up your shingles. That is gonna ruin your shingles. 8 reindeer, 8 times, that's 24 hooves. Did I do the math on that right? Is it 32? No. Is it 32? Don't make fun of me, guys. It's 32. 32 hooves. And then a big sleigh. A big sleigh just lands on your roof. You know what wasn't designed for aerial landings? Your roof. And then you know that they're definitely taking hot, steamy browns on that roof too. And I don't think that just all goes. We have to, hopefully it doesn't freeze to your roof if it's snowing or something. As I drew in my hand and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. Oh, so actually, you know what? I don't think I've actually really appreciated this line. This line really, we get this image of, Santa, and he's in his, white and red suit, and there's a lot of white fur on that suit, and he's just up and down chimneys, and he's always looks spectacular every time. This gives some credence to the fact that he's going to be ashy. Santa is a ashy boy. Santa is a very, very ashy boy. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. We really get this image of Santa as this like homeless vagabond person. I like that. I kind of like that. Just, your average homeless guy just who cares a lot about kids and gives out gifts. Heart of gold, but humble upbringings. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses. His nose like a cherry. Ooh, Santa sounds like a treat. He sounds like a snack. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and his beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it enriched his head like a wreath. At least we know that Santa is not taking time from his from getting litty, from smoking up some sweet reefer, getting high on the job. But hey, he's Santa. He makes the naughty or nice list, so he can really, I guess, do whatever he wants. I bet, now this was written in the 19th century. I bet that he would have a vape pen now. I bet he definitely went over to the pen. It's just better for you. It's just better for your lungs, easier, and it's probably, hey, it's less smoke around the reindeer. We don't want to give reindeer secondhand smoke or anything. I don't think marijuana secondhand smoke is like a thing. I don't know. They're just doing the science on it now. We'll find out in like 20 years when a bunch of like old hippies start getting, sick or something. I don't know. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. That's a fun visual. What made him laugh? It's actually occurred to me is he's just like, oh, this is so silly. This whole thing. I went down a chimney. I'm really fat. There's reindeer on the roof, and they left cookies for me. He was chubby and plump like a right jolly elf when I and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. This guy's going to your house. He's bringing you gifts in the middle of the night, and then you just see him, and then you just start laughing at him. If you did that to your plumber, you wouldn't get your sink fixed, I promise you. A wink of an eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside on his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney, he rose. That really sounds like, so far, his magic power is the ability to squeeze through tight spaces and then transverse gravity. I bet that he had that superpower and was like, I guess the chimney is just the best way to get in and out. Because if Santa was truly all like encompassing magical, I mean, I'm sure he could just get through the front door. I bet if he can make all those toys, he must know how to like pick locks or something. I mean, it's what he must do to get to like apartments, right? Like, or condos. Not all those places have chimneys. He knows how to get into those places when he can, but just I bet this is the most convenient thing for him because of his unique ability. It's just the chimney is just right there. If I can go in and out, get a little ashy. I'm going to get a little ashy about it. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. Hey guys, I'm 24 and I don't know what a thistle is. I see it referenced all the time in things. Is it like a little twig or like a planty thing, or is it like a herb or however you want to call it? I don't know what a thistle is. I didn't know that turkeys could fly. I don't know what a thistle is. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 21. I am a stunted man. I'm a stunted man-child. I'm sorry. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all. And to all, good night." Waking up the whole neighborhood, all those kids in the middle of the night. Now all those parents who they've been working hard. They've been working hard. And now they have to take care of all these kids who are cranky and they wake up in the middle of the night. I know, let me tell you, if I wake up like 3 a.m. or beyond, I can't get back to sleep. It's the worst. Forget about it. So, that's the tale of Old St. Nick. I thought I would share it with you guys, in case you never heard it. I don't know. It's one of those little unknown gems no one's ever heard of. I don't know. Everyone's always surprised when I show them that one. They're like, "Oh, that's a really cool poem. I've never even heard that before in my life ever." And what do we learn? What do we learn from all this? That Santa is homeless. He has some magical powers. He likes to give toys. But he also likes to kind of ruin everyone's night. Wake up, everybody! Santa's here! Woo!